Hey friends, I am so excited to share with you another new history curriculum, Rabbit Trails Through History, Modern America, Part 1. So obviously there's going to be a Part 2 coming later this year as well, but for now we have Part 1. So this is going to cover all American history from early to the mid 1900s. How old do I sound saying 1900s? Have you guys seen that shirt? It says, like, be kind to me. I was born in the 1900s. It makes me feel so old. So anyways, we're going to be covering the early part of the 1900s that I was not alive for. And it is so much fun. So we did this during the fall semester of our homeschool, and we just had a really great time. This covers elementary and middle school. So I am teaching both a second grader and a seventh grader in my home, and they both did this curriculum together. So this is something you can absolutely do family style. You can do with whatever age, but there are some kind of heavier topics in this. And so if you are only homeschooling one kiddo, or if you're wanting to gear things towards your oldest one, this would definitely lean more towards that upper elementary to middle school ages as far as the content in there. But of course, it's always going to be friendly for any of the ages. So it was super acceptable for my second grader, my little 7-year-old, to do along with her big brother. But if you only have a second grader or younger, look at some of our other units because they won't be quite as heavy. They'll be a little bit more little kid friendly. Just content, not even little kid friendly, just content they will appreciate more than something so heavy. So let's get into the topics a little bit that we're going to be doing. So this has 7 different lessons inside of it. It is the Great Migration, the Roaring Twenties, which is super fun, Alcatraz Mafia and the Prohibition, that's all one lesson together, the Great Depression, World War II, Pearl Harbor, and the Holocaust. So obviously we're getting into some big topics there. But we did have a really good time. We had a really good conversation while learning about these lessons. And it was just a good time. So I'm going to show you the main books. We're going to look inside their curriculum, and I will show you our companion journal as well. So first things first, let's look at those main books. So like I said, there are those 7 lessons. So these are the main books that go with each lesson. Inside of these lessons, you will see more suggested books, but they are just suggestions. If you're going to purchase anything, these 7 main books are the books that you should purchase to have on that bookshelf, build your home library, or just check your library before you purchase as well to make sure that they have it for you. So the main books are Ruth and the Green Book, Just a Lucky So-and-so, The Gardener of Alcatraz, Ruby's Hope, The Little Ships, Voices of Pearl Harbor, and The Harmonica. So like I said, if you're going to buy any books, buy those books. Buy them used. You will see my thrift book stickers on all of my books because I buy most of them used. I do have a link in the back of the curriculum, or if you just go straight to my Amazon shop, that will take you to buy all the books new as well if you're wanting just to get them brand spanking new and not worry about what your used books might look like. So let's get into the curriculum. So if you are new to Rabbit Trails, this is how all of our curriculum is laid out. So whether you're doing history or science or language arts, this is how all the lessons are going to look in Rabbit Trails. If you are familiar with Rabbit Trails, then this will all look just like what you're used to, and you will just get an idea of what is a part of the lesson. So we are going to be looking at our first lesson on the Great Migration. So each lesson is going to have a lesson portion. Well, it will be the actual information about that event that happened in history. There will also be copy work on this page. So our first piece of copy work in our history is always a quote from that time period. There is also a piece of copy work that is a Bible verse. Underneath that is a little Bible lesson to kind of tie that verse into what's happening in our history here. Next, you will find, you will find our Some Fun section. So this is always some type of hands-on activity. Sometimes it's a writing activity, sometimes it's a craft, sometimes it's cooking. There's all kinds of different things you can do. in this case, it is a lap book that your kids are encouraged to make based off of a famous person that was part of the Great Migration. And so you can see my daughter's more simple lap book here, and then my son did James Earl Jones, and he has his Darth Vader. Have to get the kids excited somehow, right? So they made their lap books, and I was actually really proud of my daughter doing her lap book. Like, all of them have little flaps, and she did a lot of copy work for those and picked her colors and all of that. And so it was really sweet. It was probably like the biggest type of writing assignment that she's ever done. And she was super into it. And so I just kept rolling with it. So it was great. She really enjoyed it. After that, I will show you this 2-page layout here because they kind of go together. We have our rabbit trails and our library list. So this is where you're going to find those extra books that I had mentioned. So these books do not need to be purchased unless you fall in love with one. Then by all means, I will never discourage you from buying books for your home. But these are all suggested books. If you cannot find these books at the library, that is okay. These are just suggestions. So if you know that your book or that your library has other books on these topics, use what they have. Don't stress about finding these exact books. These are just the ones that we felt like looked the best out there on these different topics. You will also have a YouTube video that you can go to. And in the back, I will show you guys the resource page as well. It has a QR code to get you to all of those YouTube videos. Super handy. Last but not least, you are going to see our More Ideas page. And so it's exactly as it sounds. It is more ideas. We always have an art study suggestion. We always have a poetry suggestion, probably different historical sites you can visit or see online. There might be suggestions for more craft type things. There might be suggestions for writing assignments. It's just all over the place. So it's whatever more ideas that we can find for you guys to dig deeper into those topics. So that is what our lessons look like. Let me show you our resource page as well, because there are, especially in our history, is where we normally see the most links. And so what that means is we will say, go to this website and check out this online exhibit or this information or whatever it is. And so we've compiled those links that you need to go to here in the back. We also have the book list. So all of those main books I had shown you are all in that book list that are on our Amazon shop. And we also have a middle grade book list. So this is a list of novels that you can get. So they work great as read alouds for like those middle age learners, or for your like middle school, upper elementary. You can also have them read them independently. So that's what I do for my 7th graders. He always has a few books that he reads along with our history that we get and we put on this list for you guys. So there's all those other links. There's the QR code to get all of the YouTube videos as well. And that includes any videos that might be a part of like the More Ideas too. So that is the curriculum. Let me show you our companion journal. So all of our curriculum now has a companion journal that you can purchase separately. And so this is a great way to have all their work in one spot, because we would try to use notebooks. We would have loose paper. Our papers were all over the place. It was kind of a mess. So now that we have these handy journals, it is all in one place. So let me show you what one of those will look like. So for every single lesson, there is a place for the lesson. So if they want to draw something, if they want to write something, it's a nice kind of blank canvas for them. There is a page for the copywork. There is also another copywork page for the Bible copywork. If they want to take any notes on the videos that they've watched, that can go here. There is also a page for any of those picture books that you are reading, that they can write any information or draw pictures while you're reading in this space. And then any More Ideas pages, we will add those for you as well. So this is a place for the art study that they can do that right in this blank space. There is a space here about a bar graph that they're supposed to do in the lesson. So that's all ready for you. Make your own ad for a green book. There's a blank spot for you there. Anytime, oh, here's another one, a pros and cons list. Got it set for you. Anytime that there is a map that needs filled out, I believe we have that in our World War II lesson. If I can flip to it quickly, that's Pearl Harbor. Boom. we always have those for you. So that's what I get asked about a lot is where am I supposed to get these maps? They're right here in our companion journals. So it's really super simple. Keep everything in one spot. If you need a map, we've made it for you, so you don't have to go searching for it online. So these are really great to go with your curriculum. And with them being PDF downloads, you only have to purchase one. You can print it off as many times as you need. There are also, I don't have them physical with me, but there are also scripture cards that you can get to go along with the curriculum. So it'll have each copywork scripture for you so you can hang it up on your fridge or whatever. There are also timeline cards. So if you enjoy making a history timeline, we have pre-made cards for you. It has any important events or people, and there are some blank cards as well. So if there's anyone or anything you want to add to it, you're welcome to do that with the blank cards that come with them too. So those are a couple other kind of fun add-ons to add to this curriculum. So that is it. That is Modern America Part 1. Guys, we have almost gone through all of American history in our Rabbit Trails curriculum. And so I'm really, really excited about that. I'm really excited to get Part 2 into your hands. We're starting to work on it in our own homeschool right now. So it just makes me really tickled that we've come this far. How cool is that? That we have almost completed all of our planned history units for you. So I'm pumped. I am really excited to get this into your hands. So Rabbit Trails Through History, Modern America Part 1, available February 12th. There you go, guys. All right, take care. I'll see you next time.